I support Westmore for governor for the state of Maryland. I support Westmore for governor for the state of Maryland. No one left behind. Veterans Day is coming up. I'm the honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. I served my country. I served my country. Like I said, I'm with Westmore for governor. Alright? But when you become governor, I got first. Governor Hogan, Governor Westmore, Boyd Rutherford. The making of Black America. You're going to be the first black governor in the state of Maryland. Brown's going to be the first black attorney general. Ain't it about being the first black, it's about doing the right thing. You feel me? It's about doing the right thing. So since you're going to be the first, make sure that you do this first. Shorty, pull your mask up. Those are criminal charges against Scott Shellenberger. I was kidnapped in 2011. In October of 2010, Baltimore City Police Department came to my house and put guns to my head. Because I was making a documentary about Baltimore. Shorty documentary. You feel me? And it's all right here. So we don't have no misunderstandings. You feel me? That's Charles Gibson from World News Tonight. That's the Baltimore Sun, Brent Jones, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, Fox 45, BBC World News, iReport, and MSNBC. Making a movie ain't against the law. The movie is about Baltimore and the money y'all make behind the war on drugs, stopping, frisk, and zero tolerance. I did this in 2010. Release all material to the voters. That's Governor O'Malley and Brown. The money behind the machine. See that? Community in Crisis, Town Hall. Y'all had this before y'all locked me up because I did this in 2010. You see the date? October 5th, 2009. You feel me? October 5th. October the 15th, you sent the police to my house and you put guns to my head. I need a federal and state audit. And you've been sitting on that evidence since 2006, 2007. You feel me? That's the Supreme Court of the United States. That's the Supreme Court of the United States. Like I said, Delegate Stephanie Smith has this. Alright? We talk about voter fraud and voter suppression. The Board of Elections. Voter fraud and voter suppression in the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Ex-felons got a right to vote. I'm without for justice. And like I said, I was making a documentary. 11190 Falls Road. See that? That's the United States Supreme Court. Chief Justice Roberts, clerk. You feel me? And got recorded phone calls to the court too. That's a writ of certiorari to approach the Supreme Court. I'm Shorty, the self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of the young. Shorties. Alright? And I gave you the Shorty program. The political part. You see it? Political. Medical. Environmental. I gave you the Shorty program and it was policing the police. It was mocking our government. It was holding our officials accountable. I gave you careers. You feel me? Religious calling. Medical. Construction. Business. Real estate. Horticulture. Visual and performing arts. Political involvement. Photography. Journalism. Technology. Design. Law. Sports and cultural exchanges. Shorty's is a non-profit. And that's Get Shorty. You feel me? And the state took money from me. Portions of this goes to the charitable organizations. You stole from a non-profit. We started this in 2006. You see the date? November 29th, 2006. That's Mayor O'Malley. Now he's Governor O'Malley. You feel me? The Get Shorty program. Get Shorty. You feel me? It was about our elected officials in the courts. You feel me? In the courts. right here. Misrepresentation of a felony. All right, and y'all got that. Delegate Stephanie Smith, Governor Hogan, Governor O'Malley, Brown, Ullman, Peter Franco, Brooke Learman, Adrian Jones. Like I said, postal violations, federal and criminal investigations, Baltimore County Courts, Baltimore County Detention Center. Y'all took property from me. That's Pam Woods from the Baltimore Banner. The Baltimore Banner, the Baltimore Brew, the Baltimore Sun, the Fish Bowl, the Towson Patch. The shielding law don't apply to y'all because you knowingly lied to the public and you presented false evidence to the public. You misled the public. I can't go into a movie theater and holler fire if ain't no fire. See that? That's mail fraud. United States Postal Office. Vandalism complaint. You went in my post office. You went in my post box and you destroyed mail. You went in my post box and you took mail. So we're going to go here. That's Natasha Dartigs, the Maryland State Public Defender's Office. That's October. All right. She got this last Friday. That's Eric Barron of the Department of Justice. You got that. That's Chief Mary Barbera in Annapolis. You got that. Like I said, a writ of certiorari. Either I get the grand jury in 2023 or we're going to the Supreme Court. That's President Barack Obama. He asked for an investigation in 2008. And I'm going to show you in the book. That's Eric Holder, Department of Justice. Oh, shit. That's the IRS. We talking about $250 million. We talking about intellectual property theft. A documentary. A movie. You got 14 movies, 14 storyboards. And we got 15 years. That's Al Redmer. I was insured for $1 million. And that policy was never cashed out. Y'all got to give me an audit. You got to get the transcripts from my insurance complaint. That's Governor Hogan. Everything that Governor Hogan got since 2014. The Board of Elections, Governor Hogan, Al Redmer, Brian Frosch, Brooke Learman, Adrian Jones, Vanessa Attenberry, Delegate Stephanie Smith, Brian Frosch, Attorney General. We're going to have a trial. I never got a trial. President Donald Trump. Yeah, I never got a trial. Peter Franco. I need an audit. See the date? April 2022. Taxes was filed. Delegate Sheila Roof is my witness. She going to testify on my behalf. See it? September 2020. Taxation without representation is a violation of my constitutional rights. Ivan Bates, Warren Brown, Dwight Pettit. Let's talk about it. Judge Carrion got this. Judge Carrion has this. Marilyn Mosby has this. So when Marilyn Mosby go to trial in 2023, she gonna have some other charges standing over her head. Federal investigation into the courts in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Delegate Stephanie Smith is holding that evidence. That's my intellectual property. A movie about the Democratic Party. Stephanie Smith, Brooks, Learman. Yeah, we doing it all this year. Accountability. You feel me? Accountability. That's Derek Jimenez from the Board of Elections. And if you go to the public defender, she got this. I need a trial. I never got a trial. That's President Biden and the Department of Justice. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. If you have knowledge of crimes and criminal behavior, you're supposed to act on that. That's what this says right there. And that's postal violations right there. And you read that right there, that's Scott Shellenberger. You feel me? Grand jury request, 2017. I put it all in a book for y'all. Like I said, I was making a documentary. 1119 Falls Road, August 2007. In regards to your documentary, I will not be able to appear. The documentary is about you, Senator Cardin. It's about Blagojevich. It's about Senator Cardin. So everything that you got since 2007, you got to turn over. I own Shorty's. The best of the best in Baltimore, 1999. I'm a caterer. I'm a cook. I've been in your house. You feel me? So like I said, I put it all in a book. I own Shorty's. It's $1 million policy that you owe me. That's Insurance Incorporated. Feel me? Terrorism, 2002. I got $1 million policy and y'all got to pay that off. That's Governor Blagojevich. Blagojevich is out of jail now, so everything that Blagojevich got, he got to turn over. Everything O'Malley got, you got to turn over. Exhibit 3, Special Agent Jason from the FBI in Chicago. You feel me? Special Agent Jason from the FBI in Chicago. Like I said, it's all in the book. And Stephanie Smith got this book. Delegate Stephanie Smith got this book. Alright. See the case? 07 CF 4293. Judge Starks, 9th Judicial District. You feel me? You talking about fiduciary fraud. You feel me? Fiduciary fraud in the courts. Delegate Stephanie Smith has this. Brooke Learman has this. Brian Frosch has this. Governor Hogan has this. And the state attorney has this. See that? That's Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court, 2013. It's a follow-up letter to the first letter. Chief Justice Roberts told me to file a writ of certiorari. See who got it? NAACP, Benjamin Jealous, Eric Holder, ACLU, Speaker of the House Boehner. This is the property you stole from me. State Illinois. I never got a trial. You feel me? That's from the 1986 case. I never got a trial. This is the property you stole from me in 2007. 074988. I never got a trial. I was held for 186 days illegally, and I filed paperwork with the courts. Attorney Registry Disciplinary Committee. You feel me? And I complained. Althea Welsh, Ken LaRue, Michael Waller, Karen Levy. We talking about corruption in the courts, Operation Greylord, in Maryland and in Illinois. Like I said, I'm an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. I'm a whistleblower on the courts. Town Hall Community in Crisis, that's President Trump and Congressman Cummings. That's Governor Hogan right there in the ACLU. That's Senator Van Hollen. You feel me? And that's WJZ. And that's me when y'all locked me up. That's me. You feel me? Brown Omen Money Machine. I'm a whistleblower. See the mail receipts? See the delegates? Delegate Glenn, Bobby Zirkin, and Branch. I was making a movie. That's my producer, Rob Fix. TV One, Radio One, Kathleen Hughes. Mark Clark, the Big Fat Morning Show. You feel me? Never bite the hand that feeds you, and I feed Baltimore. So we're going to make sure that the world get to see this. You feel me? We're going to get the world to see this. Fox 45 and Kai Jackson, Mary Bubala. We're going to talk about the school to prison pipeline. Yeah. We're going to talk about the misinformation by the media. That's the Baltimore Brew, Fern Shin. I put this toilet in front of the school board. It's about the school to prison pipeline. Fern Shin lied to y'all. Fern Shin didn't tell you that this was about blowing the whistle. Fern Shin knowingly lied to the public and presented this to the public as a bomb. You feel me? Fern Shin her paper needs to be dismantled. She needs to be taken off the reporters list. Because wherever I see Fern Shin at, I'm going to be leaving toilets at our house to remind her. You feel me? Toilet don't care if you're black, white, straight, or gay. Toilet take your shit every day. And this toilet was about the school to prison pipeline. And that's Tim Williams. That's Shorty's Barbecue. And that's a shoe shine box because y'all was shining them on. Fox 45 didn't want to show that. But right here, play the entire tape for the public and the voters for 2022. Alright? Consent to be videotaped. Play the whole tape. The whole interview at Spring Grove. You feel me? The whole interview. Because that's Kai Jackson, Mary Bubala, Vic Carter. We talking about the media and the role of media plays in misinformation. Consent to be videotaped. I was making a movie. Now y'all got to play the tapes. Just like Watergate. That's Ben Jealous and Ben Chaffetz, 2007. NAACP. U.S. Department of Justice. Bureau of Federal Prisons. Talk about your prison and your school to prison pipeline. That's the Maryland Legislative Caucus. Maryland. And these are your officials. You see that? That's Pew. See who that is? See who that is? That's GOP Carter. So when I talk about GOP Carter, when I talk about Delegate Smith, when I talk about Adrian Jones, when I talk about Brooks, this is y'all. When I talk about Dutch Ruppersberger, when I talk about Cardins, when I talk about Mikulski, we talking about the prison pipeline, the money behind the machine. So like I said, I need an